the box, guys. I need to actually know. If you are friendly, keep tapping the screen, share the live out, do all the wonderful things to let the TikTok know that we are in the building. Guys, let's go ahead and get the likes up to 8,000 likes. As soon as we get up to 8,000 likes, we will actually open up the panel. As soon as we get up to 8,000 likes, we will open up the panel. I need you guys tapping the screen. Also, we do have our daily gift goal, which is the goats, right? I'm going to keep resetting these gift goals to these 1 cent gift goals. And if we can knock those out, guys, it will help push us out to the FYP. I need you guys doing all the wonderful things, right? I need you tapping the screen. I need you sharing the live. I need all of those wonderful things, guys. Listen, we need to boost this live. We need to get as many people in here because I know I have questions. I'm sure you have questions, and I'm hoping anyone will be able to answer these questions for us. And in order to get these questions answered, we need all the things happening. Hey, thank you so much for the subscription, guys. Yes, subscriptions are back. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Democrat Rage. Are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Give me 1 second here. I apologize. Hey, Alexa, stop. Let's see here. One moment. I can't see what your username is. It looks like a cross or something. Are you a Trump supporter? Hello, who the person with the cross?
With the
Democrat Rage, can you tell what their username is?
I don't know the anime picture, I guess. I don't.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna just go ahead and get them up out the paint because we don't know who they are. All right. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. John, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Quick question. Democrat Rage. John, do you guys know who I am?
No.
Oh, cool. So neither one. Oh, John, that's the best you got.
No, I'm just starting.
That's so awesome. Listen, John came up here to do the racism, right? And the funny thing about that is it shows how weak and insignificant he is. That's absolutely insane. He also must have thought that it was going to actually trigger me or something, but it doesn't.
I didn't even hear what he said.
It doesn't. Yeah, he slurred. He absolutely slurred, but it shows how small-minded he is. He's a little bitch. We're going to go ahead and get rid of John. It's okay. Hey, thank you for the glasses. You know, Democratic Rage, I think it's actually hilarious to me, honestly. It's Democratic Rage. One thing that people don't know about me is I am from the South, right? I don't want to get into it. Anyway, Ken, are you a Trump supporter? Oh, looks like we lost Ken. What is happening? It's getting interesting already. John, the new John. John, are you a Trump supporter?
I am, but I'm nothing like the other John.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna call you new John. We're gonna call you John 2.0. All right, perfect, guys. John 2.0. I'm assuming you don't know who I am either.
I'm assuming you're Santana Jones.
Okay, cool. Listen,
good guess?
That's a good guess, but okay. I guess to be more specific, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna give you both a proper introduction, not only to who I am, but what this is. Right? So, guys, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
What is going on?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 100 shares. Guys, this is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. If you are a friendly, please do not request up. This is not Late Nights with Santana. This is Sparring with Santana. I am only talking to Trump supporters. If you are, hey, look at the car. Let's go. Thank you so much. If you are a friendly, tap the screen, share the live out. Also, guys, let's knock out the daily gift goal. It's the little goats, right? It helps push us out to the FYP. I need everyone in the chat to be active participants. If you are a friendly, please, please, please be an active participant. Also, what up to the chat over on YouTube and Twitch, guys? We are streaming not only on TikTok, but we are on Twitch and YouTube as well. So if you're not following me on all the socials, make sure you're following me on all the socials. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Democratic Rage, John 2.0. Simple question for you both. Who's Trump's daddy?
Is that like a real question, or are you asking like?
It's such a terrible question.
Are you like looking for his actual name?
I'm okay. All right.
Because
Clarification.
that can be
Got
taken
it.
a couple different ways.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. That's a fair statement. Okay, so let me explain to you, right? Because I've been a little bit confused. MB, thank you so much for extending your subscription. You're awesome. I've been a little bit confused lately, right? So we know about President Musk, right? I mean, we understand President Musk. We've seen what he's been doing lately, but we also know that Donald Trump has been bending the knee to Bibi, right? And he's always been Putin's puppet, which it seems like he's really leaning into that lately. But now, which is more so a new one, he's the Heritage Foundation's whore. And last but not least, we can't forget about his billionaire bosses, the ones that he always has to make sure that he takes care of. So I guess I'm trying to help. I need you guys to help me understand who's his daddy, or better yet, how can he serve so many masters? I'm confused.
His dad's actually Fred.
Oh, yeah. No. We're not talking about his father. I get that. We're talking about his daddy.
Oh, his daddy? I don't like to use the word daddy when talking about other guys, but
You sure? Because that's something that a lot of Trump supporters do.
This is so weird. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
I thought so as well. Right.
No,
but
I'm
who
talking
his
about you.
father
I'm not
is?
talking
Well,
about- I'm
I
talking
guess
about
you would
you.
say Elon Musk, right? Is that what your claim is?
I don't know. I mean, I'm confused. So John 2.0, help me understand. Are you okay with what Elon Musk is doing to the United States
I
government?
wish he would do more. I'm not okay. He needs to
Really?
work harder.
Oh, okay. Explain that for me.
Yeah, sure. So as a libertarian, I would say he needs to gut all these agencies and get rid of them all. So, if he got rid of Medicaid, Medicare, if he got rid of the Department of Education, I'd be excited.
But I
Got
think
it.
the Department of Education is actually like demolished now. I think it actually is.
Yeah, I don't think he's going far enough, Santana, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay. So let's take a whole step back, because you said something interesting, and I understand, you said you're a libertarian and this, that, and the third or whatnot. Like, okay, cool. But you named these agencies. So I'm assuming you want to see the 3-letter agencies dismantled, like the FBI, CIA.
3 and 4. Yeah, you could throw the CFPB in there too. If they get rid of the CFPB,
Wow.
great.
Okay,
Well,
explain that logic for me.
Well, Cash and Tulsi Gabbard are actually like rebuilding the FBI and the CIA. They're dismantling it, rebuilding it from the ground up.
I don't know if you would call it rebuilding. I think they're destroying it. But yeah, hold on 1 second, Democratic Rage, because I got to understand that. Help me understand why you think it's a good thing to get rid of those agencies that protect United States interests domestically and abroad.
Yeah, sure. So if you want to, I mentioned the CFPB. So do you want me to give you my reason behind them?
Yeah, I mean, just I guess all of them. I'm just trying to understand. More so, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah,
like
sure.
the justification behind
those
the places that
agencies are an
protect us.
extension of Congress typically. I mean, I think removing the Chevron deference case, I think that helped, but I don't want unelected bureaucrats that are appointed in agencies being able to work outside the judicial system as an arm or branch of Congress and be able to sort of circumvent the judicial branch. I think I have a problem with that.
Wait, so you think that the FBI, the CIA, the CFPB, all of them work as an extension of Congress?
No, well, more so like Congress makes the laws, right? And then a lot of these agencies,
Right.
what they do is they can't do it anymore because the Chevron deference is gone. But a lot of them were basically interpreting the law. And when you try to take them to court, the judicial system or the judges would say like, hey, these are the experts and they're the one interpreting the law that Congress made. So they would just be the experts. I have a problem with that because those people aren't elected officials. So, and they're not part of the judicial
So wait.
system.
Wait. So you have a problem with unelected officials, I guess, being an extension of a different part of the government. So
No. You didn't hear what I said.
okay, I'm sorry. Go give it to me one more time. No, yeah, give it to me one more time.
I have a problem with unelected officials that are not part of the judicial system interpreting the law.
Oh, okay. So specifically interpreting the law.
Correct.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, sure. So I'll use the CFPB for you. So the CFPB comes in and they use something called UDAP, which is unfair deceptive practices. And they use that to apply logic to criticize banks and their practices. And the CFPB was never intended to actually look at UDAP. That's specifically under the FTC, which again, when you look at UDAP, there's law and regulation written about it, and that's fine. But under the Chevron difference specifically, if I wanted to challenge a UDAP case, I couldn't bring it to court because the court would say, no, the CFPB is the expert and you can't challenge them. So if I wanted to ever challenge the CFPB in court, it would be very difficult because of the Chevron difference. So I think if we want laws in this country, I think Congress should create those laws, and if we need new ones, then Congress should get to work and pass new laws, and then they should be enforced by the judicial system. We don't need agencies running around enforcing laws that they don't make.
But I guess the question I have though is if the judicial system leans on these agencies and say they're the experts, so we're going to follow the standard that they set. I mean, isn't that...
So let me ask you a question. What if one of these agencies were run by the religious right, and the religious right were running this, let's say, so-called alphabet agency, and they were coming into your town and saying, hey, based on this law Congress made, this is the way we interpret it, so this is what you're going to have to follow. Would you be okay with that? Because I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, that's what's happening now, though, right?
With what?
I mean, just in general, right? You have certain people. So I'll give you an example, right? Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi is the new head of the Department of Justice. Okay. And Pam Bondi is now actually putting forth different practices that are not, they're not standard, and they're also not questioned. And so there's a lot of instances where, people are trying to actually challenge the things that are happening. More specifically, the case of Eric Adams in New York, right? She's instructed her Justice Department to actually drop the case for Eric Adams, and not only drop the case for Eric Adams, but not pursue any federal charges for him anymore. And it's a quid pro quo, right? I mean, it's all about the simple fact that they want to actually utilize Eric Adams to push immigrants out of New York City. But with that being said, there's people within the agency that wants to actually bring a superseding charge of federal charges, which includes obstruction. And now Pam Bondi is saying, well, I'm the head of the DOJ, and we're not going to charge. And there's no recourse as far as being able to take this to court, because the judges have to lean on the guidance of the DOJ.
Yeah, you agree with me then. I agree. That's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't say I agree. So I guess the part that I'm not agreeing. So I understand your logic, and you and I aren't far apart on that. The problem that I do have, though, is the thought process behind dismantling these agencies, right? I do agree that there needs to be some type of, level set, right, where you can actually challenge different things within court as needed. But I do think that, saying that you want to get rid of the FBI, the CIA, the CFPB.
Yeah, but nobody's getting rid of the FBI or the CIA.
Well, no, that's what John just said. Not you, but that's what he said. He wants them to actually get rid of them.
No, but like what I'm saying is like Cash and Tulsi Gabbard, they're like rebuilding it from the ground up. They're firing a bunch of employees. They're not getting rid of it though. Otherwise, the FBI and the CIA wouldn't be a thing.
No. And Democratic Rage, I'm not saying that they are. Your buddy up here, John, is saying that's what he wants.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, so I don't know where you're getting that.
Well,
Yeah.
they are getting rid of it. What do you mean? The CFPB is going to be gone. They're talking about ending the IRS. Like, these are real conversations.
Well, no,
Maybe
the
And which
IRS
all of these
IRS,
things
I-
are insane.
Well,
They're
no, I
insane.
heard the IRS part, but what I didn't hear about, John, and what I'm saying is because if they really were, what I'm saying is you're right to an extent where they're kind of getting rid of it. But what I'm saying is they're firing a bunch of employees from the FBI and the CIA, and they're rebuilding it. They're trying to make it, better. So that's why you got Cash Patel.
No, they're injecting their own political belief system in it. That's the problem. This is the debate I'm having. Is
Well, hold on. So wait 1 second. Which first and foremost, chat, I love a good, MAGA on MAGA violence. Just to be clear, just so everyone
I'm not
who's
MAGA.
watching, you supported Donald Trump, right? You voted for him?
but I don't believe in MAGA.
Well,
values.
you voted for him, so you fall within the parameters of MAGA, right?
Okay,
Anyway,
sure.
just to make sure the chat understands this, both of these people voted for Trump. Both of these people are Trump supporters. Just so everyone knows where we're going with this. Now, John said he's more of a libertarian, and he seems a lot more, further balls to the wall with a lot of things that he's thinking. Where we have Democratic Rage here, who wants to see things redone. It's super interesting.
No, he wants his team in power.
Yeah, he
That's the
does.
difference.
But guys, I just want to make sure everyone understands what's happening. Also, guys, keep tapping the screen. We're at 51,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 150 shares. Also, guys, we have the daily gift goal, which are the Thunderbolts. If we can knock those out, that will help push us out to the FYP. So I need you guys doing all the wonderful things.
Yeah,
And hold on 1 second. Last but not least, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you are friendly and you actually leave a message with your donation, I will read your actual message out. All right. With that being said, I think it's insane. John, I'm sorry. I think what you're saying is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
I mean,
host, if I could,
Sure.
the reason why it's not insane is because I'm talking to two people that want their teams in power of these agencies, and I'm the one up here saying, "Hey,
I think you're wrong. You're
didn't
talking
even
to
get a
one
chance to
person that
explain it.
wants their team in power.
Hold on, I didn't even explain anything. You guys didn't even let me explain the part.
Okay,
So,
go ahead, Democratic Rage.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, you're saying I want my team in power. You're saying the host wants his team in power. I guess it's kind of right, but not really, because like I'm not for the fact of like, oh, it's Trump and his whole team forever or anything like that, or their way, or it's their way or the highway. That's not why I voted Donald Trump. I voted Donald Trump because he's actually he's trying to fix America and bring it back to its original ways. The FBI is corrupt, the CIA is corrupt, and what I'm saying is like,
but listen, you say that, but you talk about actually having people who are actively corrupt taking charge of these agencies, right? You talk about Cash Patel, someone who has a specific hit list of people that he wants to target. He wants to target these people, right?
what do you mean,
And
like arrest them?
yes,
Yeah, and I hope they get arrested too.
yeah, but they're all centered around Donald Trump and how he felt like Donald Trump was targeted.
Exactly, and they should be arrested for that.
This is kind of funny though, because you guys all want your team in charge. Like,
listen, okay, you keep hold on, guys, hold on 1 second, hold on 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
That's not what I want.
Democrat Rage, 1 second. John, I don't want my team in charge. What I do like, so I'm different,
then what do
right?
you want?
That's what I was just about to say. I'm different.
I want America to be ran.
Hey, Democratic Rage, Democratic Rage, Democratic Rage.
That's what I want.
Democratic Rage. Wait 1 second. I'm going to get to you. 1 second. What I would like is bipartisan leadership through our government. I'm someone that believes that we need a strong Democratic Party. We also need a strong Republican Party. Hell, I'm not even a fan of the two parties system because I feel like there's way more representation than just two parties. But with that being said, I think one party, no matter if it's the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, having complete control of the government is a bad thing, right? Because what happens is that you have people who only serve their own self-interest and not serve the interests of the people, right? So I believe that money needs to be out of politics. I believe that things need to be done in a bipartisan way. That's why I prefer passing legislation, bipartisan legislation over executive orders. And so even like, I'll give an example with Doge. I love the idea of Doge, right? I do. I absolutely love the idea of Doge. I hate who's running Doge because like there's multiple things happening there. But I think Doge set up as a bipartisan committee that actually has multiple people's interest and real oversight could actually be super beneficial for the U.S. government, for the U.S. people. So I don't want one team in control. I want everybody working together to help us. Thank you for the crown, because we are United States citizens and they're supposed to work for us. That's
Yeah,
what I
but
want.
Wait, you're host. You're all for Doge, right? Correct.
In the actual conception of it, yes. In the current practice and iteration, no.
Well, why aren't you for the current practice? Why don't you like Elon Musk running Doge?
Because he has massive conflicts of interest, and also he's not really telling the truth. He's not being transparent. He's lying.
Wait, massive conflicts of interest with what? What are you talking about?
How did Elon Musk make so much of his money?
He made so much just money by creating companies. That's how he got rich.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yes, he
I don't
did.
think I don't think you know who.
And this
Okay,
isn't
cool.
even me liking. This isn't me just being like, oh, because I like Elon. I'm saying like. What I'm saying is that the fact of the
Hold on
matter
one
is,
second. Hold on one second, guys. W's in the chat for Jamar. Jamar sent a $2 donation saying the original way involved. No, what I'm saying is you said that Elon Musk made his money by actually creating businesses, which is
Right.
not true. And that's what I'm saying. I need you to understand how he made his money.
how did he make his money?
Yeah, he started off by having his money. He started off by having with having money bequeathed to him, right, via the
You
Emerald
don't even
Mines.
know where you're going at with this. You're just like.
Did
don't
you
even
say
know-
bequeath?
Yeah, I did. I like
He
that
doesn't even
word.
understand.
That's funny.
He's making stuff up. That's not how. Elon.
His parents didn't give him money from an emerald mine.
It doesn't. Or let's say even.
Absolutely
Okay,
true.
okay,
And
let's-
I was going to
alright.
explain to
I'm
you
going
how
off
he
your
made the
logic.
rest of his
Okay.
money, but you
Who
interrupted me.
cares? Who cares though?
But what I'm telling you is you're not right.
What does this have to do with him running Doge? Wait, see, this is
You
the problem.
slap
with that.
nuts. Stop talking for a minute and listen.
Now
Maybe you'll
he's-
actually
now
get
he's
there.
get- Now he's
Host
screaming
pulled a
because he has an
Jeff Jarrett.
idiotic.
I did.
He's got an
John
idiotic
2.0, I like you.
For host, man.
I like you. You get it. All right, so I'll speed this up just
I
to
don't
make
think
sure you
you get your-
understand. So he originally
Dude,
he inherited.
He's got $400 billion. He runs Doge, and he's getting.
Okay, so he originally inherited his parents who actually gave him emerald
Who
mines.
cares?
He then came into the United States and
Who
actually bought a
cares?
portion of PayPal, right? He made money with PayPal, and then after that, he sold that and went and actually bought a portion of Tesla. He didn't. He actually bought and rebranded and utilized his money for Tesla, and then he stole people ideas. He then actually leveraged Tesla to SpaceX and Neuralink and all this other stuff. But the bulk of Elon's money comes from government contracts. He has made billions from government contracts. He has made billions
Who cares?
from contracts. You said that I told you he has a conflict of interest, and you said how. I'm explaining to you how. You asked a question.
Oh, you're saying he's got handed money. Who cares? He's $400 billion worth. This has nothing to do with him running Doge
John
and
2.0,
people stealing our
John
money from
2.0,
Congress.
John 2.0. If I said that he has a conflict of interest and he asked me to explain the conflict of interest, is that not
Who cares?
answering who cares?
Who cares why he has $400 $100 billion. Who?
Well, I think
gives
he was
a crap?
asking me. I think you. Hey,
No,
Yeah,
I
like,
told
who
him.
cares?
You said why don't I like? You said why don't I like Elon Musk
What
running
does it have
Doge?
to do
I
with
answered
Doge?
your
What does
question.
it have to do with Doge?
Ran currently,
How,
and you asked me
how?
why.
You don't like him saving us?
he's just saying that like
Oh my God, this
he
guy's
doesn't want
stupid.
Iron Man running Doge.
No. Do you like that though? Yes. You're a moron. You're a
Okay,
moron.
sure.
You're a
Tell me
moron if you believe
where
that.
he said. Tell me where
There's
he's
$20
saving
million
tax money.
that was money,
Listen,
and you're not seeing
it's absolutely insane.
politicians.
It's insane that you're sitting here and you're saying, "Oh, they're sending $20 million to Iraq for Sesame Street."
They are.
Do you understand what's happening? You don't understand things. You just see Elon Musk is putting something out on the website and saying, "Oh, this is money here," but you don't understand why the funds are appropriated to, what's actually going to. But the simple fact of the matter is you don't understand things. That's why you think that it's good.
I don't understand things. You don't understand that corrupt politicians are taking our money and tax money, and Elon's saving us money.
I absolutely
You're
get
a
it.
moron.
How is Elon saving us money?
Because he's cutting off U.S. aid in these departments, like we just said, so he saves us money. But you
cool.
moronic Democrats are like,
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So he's saving us money. How much money? How much money has Elon saved?
Are you gonna let me finish?
How much money has Elon saved?
Are you gonna let me finish?
How much money has Elon saved?
Are you gonna let me finish?
How much money has Elon saved?
Yeah, you can't have a debate.
How much money has Elon saved?
I'm telling the truth.
None.
How much money has Elon saved?
He has $400 billion.
You keep talking about Elon's money. I don't care about his money.
He doesn't need money. He doesn't need power. He doesn't need any of this. He's saving the
You sound stupid.
money.
So you sound because they've already proposed tax cuts.
He's an idiot.
Have you seen the budget proposal by the all it is reallocations. They're trying to find ways to actually cut it so they can get the tax cuts passed.
Host, respectfully, I think they're trying to cut the budget by $2 trillion. Now, whether or not they do that will be another story. But
I agree.
Money doesn't need power. He's saving us money. End of story.
So you think that Elon? Hold on. You think that Elon? So the richest man on earth doesn't want more money?
No.
Telling me that the richest man on earth doesn't want more money
from USAID, and
this is insane.
They are going
first
to get
we
arrested.
get the money, then we get the power. Host,
you will do
exactly money, power, respect.
They will get arrested. Stealing money.
This guy's insane.
Money from USAID.
This guy's insane.
Hey, host, I have a real question for you. So I think the
stupid.
Oh my God!
And that's why you
control yourself, bro.
He can't control himself.
His
name is Democrat Rage, but quite literally this is MAGA Rage.
I don't think he's a real person. I think he's like a shell.
It's weird. It's weird. I've never seen some. I don't understand when people actually slut themselves out for billionaires.
Hey host, I have this isn't a prediction. I think this is a spoiler. I think this guy likes Nick Fuentes.
I'm sure he does. I'm positive he loves Nick Fuentes.
I bet you like Kamala Harris.
There you go. He didn't deny it.
Now. So
guys, W's in the chat for Desiree. Desiree sent a $1 donation saying, as a government auditor, I wonder why no one ever talks about GOA. You just said that, John.
My name is Paul Heyman.
Exactly. No one talks about GOA. Government Office of Accountability. Doge is useless and
GOA is useless because they've been telling Congress, both sides now for decades, of all this waste and spending, but nobody's done anything. So
exactly,
we should be mad at that. We should be mad at the GAO because they
do something, John.
Yeah. W's in the chat for Mark. Mark sent a $5 donation saying, "Tell Democratic Rage he's not smart." So much, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. I've never seen a crash out like this ever. This guy name is Democratic Rage, but yet he's been so emotional, and all he has done is just completely crash out.
Reason why
He completely crashed.
balls. You're a fucking beta. You're a beta.
My guy, I keep muting you because you don't have impulse control. You won't stop talking for 2 seconds. Okay, cool.
You can't even hear
Cool.
debate.
All right, so this is what I'll do.
Tells you
this is what I'll do. I'm not muting you. I'm not muting. Guys, hey, mod. Listen, hold on. So let's make an agreement. Let's make an agreement. Let's make an agreement.
This guy's terrible.
He's arrested.
Like literally, I'm telling you, let's make an agreement. Stop talking for 2 seconds.
Because it's stupid who are now making us beg.
This is the wildest thing ever. I can't even.
Money.
This is insane.
Money. You guys are so as shit. Have a debate.
You're a whiny little baby. The biggest temper tantrum that I've ever seen in my life. Chat for him. He needs a bottle and a safe space. He needs a bottle and a safe space in order to make him feel better. This is absolutely insane. I have never seen someone that was so insignificant and so insecure.
Jesus. All right.
That was wild.
Yeah. Hey, so real question though, like, what do you like? Do you have a problem with the fact that the GAO and Pogo, like they've been telling Congress, right, for like decades about all this shit. Nobody's ever done anything about it.
Yeah, listen, I have a problem with I do think that there's a lot of corruption in government and politics. There's a lot of wasteful spending. And I don't think that it's beneficial.
Host, I think my biggest concern right now, and I blame Janet Yellen for this, we have an issue in the bond market that's creeping up. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but Janet Yellen, about a year and a half ago, into the summer of last year, started refinancing government debt into 2-year bonds with high interest rates, and it's causing a lot of turmoil in the bond market. And the reality,
I saw that. That. It's fluctuating a lot. Yeah,
it's bad. And if you're complaining about mortgage rates, like that's the problem right now. The 10-year yield curve on mortgage rates, in order for that to come down, the government's got to stop lending at a high interest rate, and the Fed can't lower rates because we have inflation, and they lowered rates in December, and lo and behold, inflation's gone up. So,
inflation has gone up though because of the overall.
When we talk about these things, we just got to be honest. Like, I think the tariffs that he put on with Canada, with Mexico, that was specifically a shot at them for saying, hey, you got to stop, disrespecting us on the friendshoring front, and we don't like what you're doing. And if you don't adjust, if you don't adjust that. Now, that doesn't sound sexy in the paper or news articles. Like, most Americans don't give a shit or understand that, but that's the reality, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. Hold on one second. Guys, or Lazarus, are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for Trump, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for that.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
What's up, Ron?
Listen, let me read these off real quick. Guys, W's in the chat for Amanda. Amanda sent a $20 donation saying, since we're saving money, paying Elon $8 million a day. Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely insane. Thank you so much for that $20 donation, Amanda. W's in the chat for Desiree, who sent a $1 donation saying GOA didn't fail, leadership did. Auditors cannot force the government to make changes. We're simply providing information. It's to ensure independence. Independence is at work. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's, again, that's the point that I was getting across. And I think that me and John 2.0 can definitely agree on that. Like, the simple fact of the matter is we do have these actual measures that's supposed to protect us. And actually, you know, we should follow the lead. But when you have people who have self-serving interests, then they're not necessarily willing to actually adhere to those things. So, guys, let's reset, because again, the start was wild, right? The start was wild. The Democratic rage crashed out, and we couldn't even get into an actual conversation because, you know, it was going all over the place. We do have John here, John 2.0, who is a libertarian. He voted for Trump, but he has some different thought processes around what he would like to do.
I'm a little bit of a different take.
You know, yeah. Listen, we're gonna have to do this real quick, guys. We're gonna have to hit a quick reset. Can you guys come right back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Listen, just go to my page. Everyone, go to my page just for a second. Go to my page. Watch my latest video. Send your daily heart me. Go ahead and send your daily heart me. It's only one coin, and it helps boost the live. It helps push us. Not sent your daily heart me. Go ahead and send that. That will definitely. Hello, guys. As soon as we hit 8,000 likes, we will go ahead and get back into our debates. We will get back into our debates as soon as we get up to 8,000 likes. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get into the box. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a friendly, keep tapping the screen. Tap the screen, share the live out, do all the wonderful things that allow us to actually continue to have these debates. I need everyone here. Hey, Alexa, stop. I need everyone here to be active participants. What is that? Hey, Alexa, stop. I need everyone here to be active participants. What does that mean? That means that I need everyone here to actually do all the wonderful things that helps protect the live. So guys, we do have our daily gift goal, which are the finger hearts. If we can actually go ahead and knock out the finger hearts, that would help push us out to the FYP. And that also helps boost and protect the live. And last but not least, guys, subscriptions are back. Subscriptions are back. If you were a subscriber and you lost your subscription, please consider resubscribing. You get access to the Discord. You get access to a fast pass to join the panel with Late Nights with Santana. You also get access to a bunch of really cool emotes. Once you get into the Discord, there's a lot of resources there. It's a great community. And I have some massive news that's coming. I'm going to be dropping some really big news soon, and I'm going to drop it in the Discord first. So if you want to actually find out what's happening, please join the Discord. All you got to do is grab a subscription, or if you're already a subscriber and you love it here and you want to actually get more people into our family, you can send out some subscriptions. So the subscriptions are back. And oh, what up YouTube? What up Twitch? We're back. We're back on YouTube. We're back on Twitch. Also Twitch, guys, you can actually subscribe over on Twitch as well. So if you are not a subscriber on Twitch, please consider subscribing on Twitch. You get access to the Discord. If you subscribe on Twitch as well, you get a bunch of cool emotes over there. Again, we have subscriptions on Twitch. We have subscriptions on TikTok. We're doing it all around the board. We are here. We're building our community. Let's keep it moving. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's keep it moving. All right, John 2.0, I'm going to come back to you in just a second. Lazarus, question for you, my friend. Who's Trump's daddy?
Go ahead. Me.
You?
Yeah, I voted for him. I helped put him in power. So yeah, me.
But you know what? That would actually be a sensible answer. Honestly, that's the answer that it should be. It should be the American people, but I don't think so, friend.
Yeah, you don't think so because I think you like to repeat the media narratives. I like to dig a little bit deeper than that.
Sure. I hear you. Okay, cool. Tell me what media narratives that I'm actually repeating.
So when it comes to Doge, a lot of people on both the left and the right are focusing on the spending on like hamster fight clubs and shrimp running on shrimp running on treadmills and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I agree that that's wasteful spending.
Mm-hmm.
But if you dig a little bit deeper into USAID's
Mm-hmm.
soft power influence across 100 different countries around this planet,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that like a quick Google search of USAID
Mm-hmm.
judicial reform
Mm-hmm.
will show you that our tax dollars are going to remove prosecutors, remove judges, remove people of leadership in other countries.
Mm.
So they're doing the work that the CIA
Mm-hmm.
can't do
Mhm.
because of, optics.
Oh no, I agree.
But
I agree with
So-
that.
and I think with that, I mean, that influence has benefited Americans and American
Absolutely.
companies. I don't agree with it. No one really
Really?
has to say whether it's good or bad.
Mhm.
But if we remove those influences, we have to come up with different carrots and sticks, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's what the tariffs and tax cuts are doing to replace that. You know what I mean?
That's
Because if you
interesting.
can't-
I've
if you-
never
if-
heard that
if
one.
you can't, right? So if you can't do these soft power influences through, it's soft power because it's not direct power with military force.
Yeah, no,
So
no,
it's
I
soft
know.
power.
Mhm.
So if you remove those influences that USAID has, like for instance, when USAID gave money to Burisma while Hunter Biden was on its board of directors,
Mhm.
or the USAID funding the soft coup in Ukraine in
Mhm.
2014, or just there's thousands of examples of USAID doing these things.
Mhm.
If we remove that, we need an influence in a different way. And I think that the tariffs and tax cuts to bring manufacturing here is one of those replacements.
Yeah,
That's my
the
theory.
the only
That's not a media narrative, but I'm
you
trying
you
to
know
get
what
to like you know
you
what I
know
mean?
what's interesting? Like I hear you. I'm not shooting down what you're saying and just saying, oh, that's unfounded, because logically I can see how you make that connection. I I don't know if it's actually viable, right? I guess I don't know. The thing that I do know, right, is with USAID, right? It's more to it than people really understand, and that's what I was trying to explain to the other guy that crashed out. And you have that understanding, right? The problem that I have is the simple fact that the Trump administration is openly dismantling the three-letter agencies, right? The CIA, the FBI, all these agencies that that actually have that quote unquote direct influence and really protect us internationally, right? And so when you talk about actually getting rid of a quote unquote soft power influence, then we're really putting ourselves at jeopardy and risk when we're doing both at the same time, right? So
which in what way are they dismantling the FBI,
yeah,
CIA?
well, one, they're getting rid of a ton of people, right? People that have been involved in a nonpartisan nature, right? People that have served under Democrats and Republicans, right?
Yeah.
But then also they are looking to actually fire field level agents, and then they're also at the same time restricting the way that we interact in multiple ways. I'll give you this specifically, right? So now with the FBI, they're changing as far as the way that you can actually respond to certain crimes and the way that you actually can investigate certain crimes, right? And so
Can you be a little bit more specific?
yeah, I'll be super specific, right? So there's a precedence being set with Eric Adams, right? Eric Adams. The FBI can no longer investigate Eric Adams. Not only can they no longer investigate Eric Adams, they were instructed to actually drop the charges for Eric Adams, right? That's not a common practice.
What was the reason for the investigation?
Fraud.
What type of fraud?
He was actually reallocating and stealing funding. Give me 1 second. I'll give you the exact information.
So what you're doing is you're looking up what the media narrative is.
No. What I'm doing is looking up the actual charges that were placed against Eric Adams, not the media narrative. So the charges, Eric Adams was charged with bribery and campaign finance offenses. So those were the actual charges.
That's really vague. Like those aren't charges.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if you want, you can
really,
go to
really vague.
You can go to justice.gov. I'm sorry, justice.gov/USAO-SDNY/PR/New York-City-Maryland. It gives you the actual breakdown. You can read the specific filings that the actual Justice Department filed with the actual courts as far as what they're charging him with. I gave you the overlay of it, but if you want to get into the details as far as when they're saying, because it's in here that there was 2014, Adams was elected, and he actually improperly valued benefits such as luxury international travel, including wealthy foreign business people. Like there's a lot to it. So if you want to actually read the specifics, you can go there.
Sure. And it's still not an example of dismantling the FBI.
Well, no. You told me to give you a specific example of how standards and normal practices are being changed by this actual government. And I'm saying specifically, this is one way. But
Is it not
the
standard practice to drop charges where there's a lack of evidence?
there's not a lack of evidence though. I mean, you're absolutely
you
right.
mean?
If there was a lack of evidence, then absolutely. But there's no lack of evidence.
What was
The actual
given?
the reason why the actual charges are being quote unquote dropped, or they're asking to drop, is because there's an agreement in place with the Trump administration and Eric Adams, is if that not only if the charges are dropped and they don't pursue any additional charges, then he'll help with their deportation efforts. And this was even highlighted by Tom Holman.
I think that's great. I think that's fucking awesome.
So you think that it's okay to allow a government official to break the law if they're willing to help do other things?
I think obstructing justice through sanctuary cities is not following federal law. It's actually obstructing federal law. I think him not doing so is a good thing. I think Eric Adams not obstructing law enforcement is a good thing.
This what? So you're telling me? You're telling me it's okay?
You're telling me?
No. Hold on.
You're telling me.
Wait. Let me finish my sentence. So you're telling me? You're telling me that it's okay to allow someone else to not only break the law, but to actively continue to break the law, as long as they're willing to actually help push a narrative that someone else wants.
No, that's called a straw man. I never made that argument. I said it's a good thing that he is working with ICE and Holman with the immigration problem. I don't think there should be. I don't think ICE agents should be obstructed from carrying out their duties.
I don't think so either, but I also don't think that ICE agents should actively try to trample on the rights that even undocumented immigrants have. And the simple fact of the matter is, the reason why ICE agents are so frustrated and the reason why they have to go to these certain lengths is because making a deal to drop federal charges in order to get them to participate.
Can you tell me where that deal was made?
How to partner?
Because we went from FBI to ICE. So we went from one agency.
No. I'm talking
is dropping charges to another agency. ICE doesn't have the ability to drop charges.
I didn't say ICE had the ability to drop charges. What if I'm specifically speaking to the Donald Trump Justice Department dropping the charges for Eric Adams in order for him to agree to work with ICE and to work with Tom Holman on the actual effort for mass deportation. So I never said ICE was dropping charges. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, you said that. Well, you did. You said that a deal was made with ICE and Mayor Adams with deportation efforts.
Dog Lover, thank you so much for the 100 bits over on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Again, what happened was Eric Adams is being investigated by the Department of Justice. He has federal pending charges. In order for those federal pending charges to be dropped and for him to no longer ever be investigated again, there's a deal to work with Tom Holman and ICE in order to deport immigrants from New York.
Did you draw that conclusion yourself, or was that in a settlement agreement with DOJ?
Sure. Hold on a second.
Because it sounds like you're making up this narrative, or maybe you're repeating one.
Sure. Hold on a second.
Because in many people's eyes,
no, just hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second. Hey, no. Just stop talking for a second. Stop talking for a second. Let me turn this off. Fox News,
Beautiful.
right? So Eric Adams, Tom Homan, and they're talking. And this is what Tom Homan is actually saying.
Come true. I'll be back in New York City, and we won't be sitting on the couch. I'll be in his office. So,
and I want ICE to deliver. And I want ICE to deliver. We're going to deliver for the safety of the people of this city. Let you call people.
That was them.
It's Eric Adams. Nothing in that clip you just played said anything about charges.
It was Tom Homan talking about. It was Tom Homan talking about the deal that was made and say what happened to the agreement that we made. The agreement, and again, there's not only is prosecuting Eric Adams, which was a Republican Trump appointee, right? Specifically, this is someone who has a staunch history of being a conservative and works on in multiple facets as far as being able to support the idea of to actually drop the charges and what the fuck are we talking about?
And nowhere in that clip did it say anything about a deal being made between ICE and the DOJ and Adams. Now, if Adams was removed from office, the next incoming mayor would also have to work with ICE. Now, in my opinion, like if we're both going to do this, Mayor Adams was targeted because he was going to work with ICE, which is why the Democratic Party shit all over him.
He wasn't. Listen, anytime you're absolutely insane. Anytime someone actually holds people accountable, you feel like they're targeted. That's insane.
No, not at all.
That's absolutely insane.
He should be held accountable for the migrant centers all across New York City. Absolutely that. And working with ICE to clean it up. I don't see a problem with that.
That's because you're corrupt. That's because you're corrupt. You believe in corruption. That's
think,
all it is. That's all it is. You absolutely believe in corruption.
He should be.
If he should be held accountable, then the charges shouldn't be dropped in order for him to just work with ICE. That's insane.
He should be held accountable.
That is fucking insane.
He should be held accountable for all of it.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. So why are you okay? Why are you okay with them actually dropping the charges just because he actually wants to follow Donald Trump's narrative?
I don't care. I think he should be held accountable for all of it. For the
you don't, because you're sitting here saying that it's okay as long as. So if he was not, oh, cool. So would you be okay with the charges being dropped if he wasn't working on getting rid of immigrants from New York City?
I haven't looked at the charges
yes or no,
or what the indictment is.
Yes or no?
Repeat the question.
Would you be fine with charges being dropped even if he did not agree to work with the Trump administration to deport immigrants?
Yeah. I
yes
don't
or no?
care about the charges.
Yes or no?
I just want
yes or no
to be underway.
Yes or no? Would you be okay with the charges being dropped if he was not working with the Trump administration to deport immigrants?
I'm not okay with it being dropped at all. I'm saying all I've said so far is
you did say that it was okay. You've already said that it was okay. John
I
2.0.
no,
1 second,
I
Lazarus.
said-
1 second,
I
Lazarus.
said-
No.
I will
Because we
clarify.
have somebody
gonna
up here on the
clarify.
panel.
I'm gonna
We have
clarify.
someone up here on the panel who's been listening to
Okay,
this
I'll
entire
just talk over
conversation,
you.
who is
So
you know,
what I
he's not
said
a
was
he's
that
not
I am perfectly okay
he's someone that voted
with
for Trump.
Mayor Adams.
Perfect.
working
1
with
second.
ICE.
No.
I said
John
that I am
2.0.
perfectly okay.
John
with Eric
2.0.
Adams working
Did
with
he
ICE.
say earlier in the conversation that he was
charges
good with the charges
Don't
being
matter to
dropped?
me.
Did he say he was okay with the charges being dropped?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think somewhere along the lines, I think things are getting misconstrued. I think Lazarus' message has been all along that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lazarus, but you know, the bottom line is he committed a crime by allowing the migrant centers to be there to begin with, and he should be held accountable for that. If he committed a crime with the other stuff, he should be held accountable, and that he's happy that deportation is happening and that there's no evidence of an actual deal, just a Fox News clip of them saying there's a deal, but not what the actual deal is. So there's some confusion there, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like
If there is a crime committed by Adams, he should be held accountable. He should be held accountable for the immigration problem in New York City. I am happy that he's working. No matter who the mayor of New York City is, I think it's a good thing. Whoever that mayor is working with ICE to clean it up.
You're not gonna fucking gaslight me. I plan on clipping this. I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip and post this. So great thing is TikTok records all of this. I am clipping
That's
this.
fine.
I am clipping
That's
and
fine.
posting this. 1 second, guys. W's in the chat for Kylie. Kylie sent a $5 donation saying, Santana, did you see the news update that Doge posted and swiftly deleted classified NRO information about intelligence workers? Yeah, I did see that. And again, that's another problem that I have with Doge is that it's a bunch of people who don't understand exactly the inner workings of the government and things that should or should not be classified and all this other stuff. Now, you can say that, oh, Elon Musk understands the actual classification and things that should be because they work with NRO as well. But when you talk about these hackers or programmers or whatever you want to call them, they don't have that long-standing history. And so, yeah, they actually are jeopardizing United States safety with posting classified information. But yeah, W's in the chat for Kylie for that $5 donation. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live.
Realize that the president of the
Am I
United
still
States
speaking?
is the sole
Am I
authority
still
of,
speaking? Am I still speaking?
Classified.
I don't know if you like you just stop if my sound just stopped coming through your phone, but I was still in the middle of speaking. Like I was saying, everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Guys, let's keep the likes moving. Let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes. And also, guys, let's get the shares up. Let's get the shares up to 150 shares, please. You can speak now, Lazarus.
Yeah, so the president has the top authority on classification, right? Does Kylie know that?
What does that have to do with classified information being posted and then being taken down because it should not have been posted?
It's under the president's purview.
What the fuck are you talking about? It was a quote unquote mistake. They didn't mean to post it. It wasn't Donald Trump saying, yes, it's fine, post this. They posted this and then realized they fucked up and they took it down. No one's saying that Donald Trump can't declassify something.
Talking about Nora, right? Yeah. The National Archives. Is that what she meant? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. This is gonna be really messy for sure, and we see that.
The point that was being made is that it should not have been posted, and they had to actually fix that. But in that short amount of time, classified information was readily available. That's the point. It's not whether or not Donald Trump can or cannot declassify certain items or whatever the case may be. It's that this actual agency or, entity doesn't have the proper structure or proper people in place to make sure that things like that doesn't happen. That's the point.
Hey, host. I was
Yes.
trying to look up your claim on Adams like striking a deal with the DOJ.
Hmm.
I get how you're connecting the dots between Tom Holland's conversation on
Tom Homan.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but I'm struggling other than just making an assumption because, obviously the case is dropped and now he's working on illegal immigration. Like I see why you're trying to tie those two together, but I can't find any actual evidence of it.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that there are actual documents out proving that there was an agreement in place, but there are sources, to say the least, that have inside knowledge as far as the agreement that was put in place, and basically that Eric Adams brought this idea to the Trump Justice Department, and it was agreed on. And even more so, the prosecutor, Danielle Sassoon, who actually wrote a 8-page letter to Pam Bondi explaining, one, why the charges should not be dropped, and two, why she would be willing to resign over this, which she did, because there's no sufficient evidence that these charges should be dropped. And
So
she also says that.
Are you making a claim, like a speculative claim based on events? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm making a claim based off of the factors around it, and then also based off of information that is being
But you're
reported, but
speculating.
not specific. Yeah, absolutely.
But you're speculating based on evidence. So you're looking at all the evidence of what
Yeah,
happened.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
making a speculation.
There's no smoking gun at the moment. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so it's
alright.
okay for him to do it, but not for us to do it.
For you to do what, Lazarus?
So if I speculate that charges were brought against Mayor Adams for agreeing to work with ICE, that's not okay to speculate that, or
No, because charges were brought for Mayor Adams before he agreed to work with ICE. So that's a stupid statement.
no?
No, I think
Because
Code-
he was talking about enforcing immigration. He was talking about how much it had cost the city, and how much and the damage that it caused, and that he wanted to clean it up. And then boom, in the charges. And then later he agreed to work with ICE directly once Holman was appointed.
Yeah, so I guess Lazarus.
He
to
was
that
talking
point-
about this before Trump was even elected.
Yeah. So maybe they didn't do their, like, when he became mayor, maybe they didn't vet him enough, or maybe they vet him and found it but didn't care, and they allowed him to get elected and didn't bring it up because he was a Democrat.
Eric Adams was charged on September 26, 2024. The actual case was built, or the investigation. Let's see. The
So, host, did they
investigation
just not
was
vet him
actually
enough when they put him, because you get vetted, like, to become a mayor, you have to get vetted. So did they vet him and find that out, but just didn't tell anybody, or did they like somehow discover that, like, right? Like, that just seems crazy to me, that the timing of that and the release of that just seems very coincidental.
Yeah, as far as whether he was quote unquote vetted or whatever the case may be, like I think that to the point that I've made multiple times, and the point that we've stated here, is that there's corruption throughout the government on multiple levels, right? Whether it be actual funding that's being given to by lobbyists, or backhanded deals and all this other stuff. What it looks like to me is that they actually found these additional or found all of these violations and the additional ways of fraud, and so they started investigating, and then they brought the findings forward to actually charge them. So I don't know about the actual time frame or whatever the case may be, as far as like why they didn't know beforehand. But what I do know is this investigation started before Eric Adams started talking about assisting ICE or anything along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like bedroom politics to me, where they tried to
I think
hold
that
something
happens a
over.
lot, though.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, I'm not saying that's not something that happens, but I'm also saying that, like, Eric Adams is the reason why he's agreeing to work with Trump is to save his own skin.
Well, according to the
I mean, I think
charges, the charges date back decades.
Mhm.
It's not something recent.
It's charges that goes back to 2018, so not decades. Well, I guess almost.
Apparently, there is. Yeah, it is. Back,
I see
prior
back to 2018. I see international charges. I see there's multiple charges. Let's see. This is the actual indictment. Anyway, like we've gone off on a complete like rabbit hole down a different trail. We've gotten so far away from the focus on what we were originally talking about with Trump, with where we are. So let's bring it back a half a step. Let's bring it back a whole half a step. Take a whole step back. This is what I'm going to do because there's a bunch of people in the box. Lazarus, you and I aren't done. John, I'm going to drop you down because you've been here for a while with me, but I appreciate you. You're more than welcome to come back. Like,
hey, host, man, you got to call more people slap nuts. That made me crack up, man.
Listen, that's my thing. You're the first person that actually knew where that came from.
Jeff Jarrett, man, when he's in the NWO.
Listen,
come on,
listen. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you. You're welcome back.
Host, I got a question for you. Who's your favorite WWE wrestler now? I got to ask you.
Right now, today?
Yeah.
Bianca Belair. She's amazing.
Well, Alexa Bliss is going to win at Chamber, so we'll see you there, man. Have a good one. Saturday.
Maybe. Yeah. You too. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live. Make sure you follow me on all the socials. What up, Jessica Simone? What's going over on the Twitch side? I see you guys hanging out on Twitch. I see you guys hanging out on YouTube. I appreciate all of you so much. Keep tapping the screen. Get the shares up to 100,000 shares. Also, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. JD, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah. How you doing?
Good. Perfect. Hey, JD, quick question for you.
My pronouns are she, her.
Okay, cool. Quick question for you. Who's Trump's daddy?
I don't know. Is that like a nursery rhyme or something?
No, it's a question. I can be specific. So we know for a fact that we've been dealing with President Musk. I mean, he's shown that he's in charge and he's flexed his power, right? But we also know that Donald Trump has been bending the knee to Bibi.
I don't think people are really responding to what you're saying.
Well, maybe if you let me finish, then you'll understand where I'm going.
Yeah,
anyway, he's been bending the knee to Bibi. We also see that he's always been a Putin's puppet.
Doesn't like Israel. Israel's awesome.
He's also been Putin's puppet.
They're going to call
but
it
now more than ever,
the Donald Trump.
Now more than ever, he's been the Heritage Foundation's whore, and we can't forget that he has his billionaire bosses. My question is,
he's opening up a casino on the Gaza Strip called the Donald Trump Strip of America. I'm excited about it.
So that's funny. So you think G-side is funny? So you think ethnic cleansing is funny?
I'm on the side of Israel. I don't give a care.
But you think that G-side and ethnic cleansing is funny?
It's not your season.
So you think G-side and ethnic cleansing is funny?
Sorry, terrorists. It's not a good year for you.
Okay, first and foremost, you're weird, right? You're absolutely weird.
Sorry, terrorists.
So there's
I guess you lose.
And so not only are you weird, you're disgusting. And so since you're weird and disgusting, you can fuck off. You're weird and disgusting. Like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. Wilbert, are you a Trump supporter? Wilbert, are you a Trump supporter? Okay, Wilbert, I'm going to drop you down. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are talking to Trump supporters. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. Raw Dog, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Raw Dog. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to get through a couple other people in this box because it's a little bit packed. It's a little bit packed. There's a lot of people requesting up, and I want to make sure that we can actually continue to run through this. Guys, again, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 100 shares. I'm sorry. Let's get the shares up to 250 shares. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Mr. Curry, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, you want Trump supporters in your box, just like your girlfriend.
You're so funny. And you ran. You waited all that time. He's been waiting for a while. He waited all that time to get that mid-ass joke off. That wasn't even mid. That wasn't even mid. Oh my God. That is not. Oh, Nikki, are you a Trump supporter? Nikki, are you a Trump supporter? Okay. Raw Dog, question for you. Who's Trump's daddy?
I assume you're going to say Elon Musk.
No. I can't make an assumption at all because I'm a little bit confused because there's so many people, right? He has so I don't know who. I just need to understand like who's his daddy because you can go in so many directions, right? You can talk about President Musk, but you can also.
I'm fine saying Elon Musk is Trump's daddy. I'm fine with that.
Oh, so you're good with it?
Fucking great with it.
Tell me why.
Well, because the one thing that liberals do best is seethe and cry. And so for the next 4 years, Elon Musk is going to be everyone's daddy. And we get to watch y'all seethe and cry. So it's going to be a good 4 years.
Who is you? Who is y'all? You do understand that you're a liberal, right?
I don't seethe and cry, no.
But you do understand that you're a liberal, right?
I mean, I guess these days you can identify however you want, right?
No. I'm saying specifically, you're a liberal. You said that liberals seethe and cry, but you're a liberal.
Liberals don't deal in specifics anymore. Don't you know?
Cool. So as long as you understand that you're talking about yourself as well, I'm perfectly fine and we can move on.
Yeah, but you didn't get the email that like we don't have to worry about facts and science or anything like that anymore. We can just identify
what facts do you actually have?
Doesn't matter. We don't have to live in a world of facts anymore.
Okay, cool. Weirdo. So you're perfectly fine with Elon Musk, an unelected billionaire, coming into the United States government and actually trampling on the structures of the government and quote unquote looking for waste while having a conflict of interest and not targeting the most wasteful aspect of the government.
I'm like ultra fine with it.
I can tell. So I guess my question is, did you vote for Elon? Is that your thought?
I voted for Trump, but with Elon in mind.
Okay. So what do you think that Elon is going to do that would actually benefit you?
The benefit to me is just getting to see liberals cry for 4 years. That's the benefit to me.
Again, you keep saying that, but you're a liberal, so it's weird that you keep saying that. So are you going to be crying?
I guess I'm a self-hating liberal, and all my liberal.
Obviously you are.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. All right. So as long as we understand that, it's weird that you keep saying that. It's absolutely weird.
That's okay. There's a lot of weird things going on right now. I'm just blending in.
Sure. Do you have an intelligent argument that you would like to render?
I mean, what else do you want to speak about?
I would like to know what justification you have for Elon Musk actually doing the things that he's doing within the federal government that is undermining the actual structure of Congress.
Sure. So I'll just tell you this. I mean, I'm 40 years old, so I've seen a lot of politics over the past 20 years, and I've noticed the downfall of progressives and how their ideology keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. So at the end of the day, I don't care what Elon does. I don't care if he burns all of these agencies to the ground, as long as I get to wake up every day and see you guys cry about it.
That's so bizarre at 40 years old.
That's so weird. You have no substance. You have no actual understanding of the government. It's just that you, for some reason, want to quote unquote own the libs. That's the weirdest shit ever. Like, okay, cool. The thing is, the Republican Party is in power, right? And not only is the Republican Party in power, they have the ability to actually better the lives of American citizens. So, Raw Dog, with that being said, what is the Republican Party, along with Elon Musk, going to do to better the lives of the American citizens? Try saying something that doesn't deal with your feelings and how you like to watch liberals cry, because that's weird. I can tell you have a kink. I can tell that you're getting off on it, but actually critically think for a minute. What is happening that the Republican Party, along with Elon Musk, what are they going to do to better the lives of everyday Americans?
Well, I would hope that they would end up putting more money into the pockets of everyday Americans, and they would get rid of wasteful spending.
Cool.
At the same
So
time,
how?
At the same time, I think the biggest thing is that people like Joe Rogan were like anti-Trump for a long time. But what happens is liberals and progressives start to get owned so bad in almost all of their
You're
debates.
so fucking weird. You're so fucking weird. This is so fucking weird.
You want me to finish?
No, I want you to actually focus on the substance. Why do you keep talking about liberals? Question for you. Does the Democratic Party have any current power in the United States government?
No, thank God.
Okay, so focus on the Republican Party. Tell me, so you said that you would hope that the Republican Party and Elon Musk is going to put money in the pockets of everyday Americans while actually eliminating wasteful spending. Cool. Tell me what they're doing or what they've said or anything that is trending towards that direction.
They said that they're going to start putting all the progressives in crystals. And so I'm all about that.
You're a fucking weirdo. You're dumb. You're a weirdo and you're dumb. You're a dumb weirdo. Like that's all this is. You, for some reason, your entire existence is wrapped up in quote unquote owning the libs, which you're a liberal, but you think that owning the libs is what should actually happen, when the simple fact of the matter is the United States government is supposed to work for the American citizen. So it doesn't matter if Democrats are in power or Republicans are in power, they're supposed to actually work to benefit the everyday American. You can't get past your feelings, which is weird to actually even have a substance of a conversation. You keep talking about liberals and owning them. Again, Democrats have no power. It's the Republican Party that's in power. How are they going to actually benefit everyday Americans?
What do you think of the recent investment of the Republicans into crystal farming? What do you think about that?
What?
Again, they've been so weird today. They've been so. I'm sorry. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, you only looking for Trump supporters?
Yes. I'm sorry, my friend. I appreciate you.
You're good.
All right, guys, tap the screen, share the live up. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. I am looking for Trump supporters, maybe some not so weird Trump supporters. Is that too much to ask for? Like, just don't be weird. I don't know. Are you a Trump supporter? I don't know. Are you a Trump supporter? Okay, I think that was a tapping issue. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Also, guys, hey, subscriptions are back. If you are a subscriber, one, get into the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. But if you are not a subscriber, if you lost your subscription, please consider resubscribing. You get access to the Discord where there's a bunch of great resources and a great community. You get access to a bunch of really cool emotes, and you get a fast pass to join the panel with Late Nights with Santana. So if you are not a subscriber and you're interested in becoming a subscriber, please subscribe. You get access. And then also, if over on the Twitch side, because I see you guys hanging out over there, if you're not a subscriber on the Twitch side, please consider becoming a subscriber. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. With that being said, how do I say your username? Nap?
Naps.
Okay, Naps. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, Naps. Give me 1 second here. Let me just check this one person as well, because I want to make sure we clear this out. Let's see here. Guys, we're almost at 100,000 likes. Also, if we can knock out the daily gift goal, the Let 'em Cooks, that would be super beneficial. That would help push us out to the FYP. Naps, I'm going to go ahead and get started with you because I don't think the other people are going to load. Naps, can you tell me who's Trump's daddy?
I would say his biological father.
Oh, you mean Fred? You're referring to Fred Trump?
If that's his first name, yeah.
Okay, no. Oh, I get how the actual question can be a little bit confusing. I'm not talking about his father, right? I get it. That's confusing. I'm talking about his daddy. Dave, are you a Trump supporter?
I do support Big Daddy Trump.
There we go. So with that being said, guys, I need both of you guys to answer this question.
I'm going to tell you who's not his daddy, and it ain't George Soros.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you, yeah, probably his biggest supporter would, obviously be your boy Elon Musk.
Okay.
But the thing about Elon
all right,
Musk
Dave,
is
Dave, hey, Dave, pump your brakes for a second. Just a second.
All right, I'll back off the gas.
Perfect. Appreciate you. Listen, so just to clarify for you a little bit more, Naps, we know for a fact that we're dealing with President Musk. We got it, right? We understand that. But he's also been bending the knee to BB. He's always been Putin's puppet. But now more than ever, he's been the Heritage Foundation's whore. And last but not least, we cannot forget that he has his billionaire bosses. And so the question is not who's his father, but who's his daddy. More so specifically,
who would you say?
How can he serve so many masters?
So what about our last administration? And I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you real quick. So do you believe the billionaire? Check this out. I'm going to just break this down a little bit. So you can figure that's 300.
And neither are they. But I'll fun fact for the chat. Hold on 1 second. Fun fact for the chat. I have actually done audits, and not only have I done audits, but I've done audits for a Fortune 50 company, right? One of the largest companies in the world. And when you do audits, there are checks and balances. There's an understanding of each item. And then there's also a pass-fail margin, right? And a key portion to completing audits is understanding the actual necessity for what you're actually auditing. The people that are in place, these members of Doge, these 19 to 24-year-olds don't understand what these actual entities that they're auditing actually does, the inner workings that they have not only domestically but internationally, and how removing that presence would actually harm the United States.
So you're saying you don't like it?
No. What I'm saying, I love the idea of Doge. I absolutely do.
Okay.
I don't like the practice of it. Right. I don't like this.
So you got to realize they just started, man. They have to start somewhere. They're gonna run through the whole system.
Well, but see, the thing is, right, is if they were actually serious about what they were doing, there's a couple of things that would happen, right? So if they were serious, then they would actually have auditors and people that are qualified that understand the inner
AI auditing system, which Elon Musk is. I mean, face it, he's the richest fucking dude on the planet. So obviously he's a good businessman somewhere. I mean, yeah, he's a savant. He's freaking smart as fuck.
He's not smart as fuck, but
man.
He's definitely a good businessman.
Okay, well, I mean, so would you rather have the billionaires that do not live in this country with their hand in the government, or would you rather have a billionaire that lives right here in Austin, Texas, where I'm at? I'm gonna tell you
I would rather have no billionaires. I would rather have no billionaires with their hands in the government. But even more than that,
because when you look at it like this, how are you going to corrupt somebody that's already so wealthy that money don't matter to them?
Yeah, so money definitely matters to him.
But they're not trying to make money out of government politics.
Yes, hold on one second, because I want to make sure I get back to Naps, because Naps was up here first, and we haven't even given him an opportunity to speak. And I want to get back to that. Hold on one second. I just want to shoot down this narrative that for some reason the richest man on earth doesn't want more money. That's fucking insane. I'm just insane.
Saying he doesn't have to make it in politics, is what I'm saying.
Do you understand where he's made most of his fortune?
I mean, I would imagine
government contracts. Government contracts.
NASA.
Government contracts. The government has propped up SpaceX and Tesla.
All those armored trucks. They were ordered in December by the last. I'm sorry. In what was
armored trucks?
Was it December.
You mean the $400 million? You mean the $400 million that was spent on Tesla trucks on the
by Joe Biden? Joe Biden.
No, that wasn't. No. That was ordered under the Trump administration.
No, sir, bro. Look it up. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. You just hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second, because again, Naps was up here first, and I apologize, Naps. We just got into Naps. Tell me, how can one man serve so many masters?
Well, I certainly think money can influence a person, but I don't think Trump is immune to that, like 100%. I don't think any human being is 100% immune to that, but I don't think it's as catastrophic as it's being claimed to be. And I from what I understand, Doge does not have the authority to close or cancel grants or funds. They just are making us aware of them, and then the president is the one who is deciding that based on what is told to him from them.
Right. And so that's how it should be, right? That's actually how it should be. But the issue more so comes back to the fact that Elon Musk is not only taking these funds as far as where they're allocated to, but he's taking the steps to say that these departments are being shut down. They're taking additional steps to actually freeze these fundings, which shouldn't actually occur. It's actually been fought in court, saying that these funds that are supposed to be allocated and they can't be frozen, but yet Donald Trump and the Trump administration has continued to withhold those funds. And they're all strictly based off of what Elon Musk is tweeting out and putting out on X and on Doge.com or whatever. Like, so that's the problem that is happening. There's funds that have already been allocated by Congress, and those allocations were already planned out. And so Doge doesn't have the right to actually stop already allocated funds. If they want to actually defund other agencies or whatever going forward, and they want to put that into appropriations, then yes, they can do that. But they don't have the right to stop already appropriated funds. And the wild part is Republicans that have that's in charge of the House should be jumping up and down and screaming, like, why are you actually doing this if we've already allocated these funds? Because they're kneecapping themselves and taking the power of the purse away from themselves.
But the president, while he doesn't control the pocketbook of the country, he can withhold funds if those agencies are not following like his executive orders, if they're not in line with them. So it's not like he can take the money and put it towards something else necessarily, but he can withhold funds from states if they're not following, like, for example, let's say his immigration stance, like if they're going against, like, saying withholding an illegal alien knowingly that has committed a crime, he's within his power to withhold funding to that state, or let's say whatever situation we're talking about.
Yeah, the actual like, so the problem with that though is that they can't, right? It doesn't work that way. And again, that's why you see states like you see governors like what's his name, Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, who's suing the federal government and the Trump administration, because that's not how it works. You can't just withhold those funds because they're not acquiescing to the will that has been established. Again, if you want to change appropriations and you want to put it into a bill and you want to go for it and it's actually agreed upon, then absolutely. But the actual the federal government doesn't have the ability. The presidency doesn't have the ability to actually just say, well, you guys aren't doing what I want you to do, so I'm going to hold funds from you. They can't do that. That's not how it works. That's why they're getting challenged in court, and that's why certain executive orders have been paused, or supposedly have been paused, but Trump is still actually going through on those executive orders.
Right, and it's going, and he is following the rulings. So
no, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's appealing it, so he's going through the courts.
But they're saying that these funds need to be released. These federal funds need to be released, and Donald Trump and the Trump administration still has not released said funds. And that's why multiple judges have come back and said, you're still freezing these funds and you're not releasing them. He's not complying. He's not complying with multiple things.
For which funds for which agency have been withheld?
Yeah, I'll get that information for you. Give me a second here. Also, David, just an FYI for you, if you could, Dave, I would love for you to go find, because you made a claim that the actual money for the Teslas were allocated under the Biden administration. I'm not seeing anything about that. I am finding though the actual information where it was allocated. It's part of the Department of State procurement forecast year 2025, where they actually put the agreement in place to buy the $400 million in Teslas. And now they've already gone back on that, and they're saying they're not going to do it anymore because of the actual public outcry. So they got pressured into not doing this when this information came out. So there's that. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. While I'm looking for this information, just an FYI, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Also, make sure you're following me on all the social medias: Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm also live right now on YouTube and Twitch. What up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? 1 second here. So let's see here. It actually speaks to this is the judge, nonprofit groups that receive federal funding. Let's see here. The blitz of
Hey,
executive
I
orders.
messaged you, Santana. I just found it on Google search. Yeah, you're right. So it was shot down, but it was allotted during the Biden administration. But after all the complaints about it, it's been shot down.
Again, it was never allotted during the Biden administration. But hold tight for a second, because I will actually
via messenger. I gotta follow you. I mean, look.
No, I'll pull it up here in just a moment. Just hold on 1 second. So I'm trying to answer Nap's question. Nap, you said which federal funds have been frozen that have not been released. Is that what you're saying?
And there's also a difference between saying that the funds will never be received and from freezing them for review.
Well, and again, like I'm not saying that there's not a need to review those things, but the thing is, these funds have already been appropriated, like the funds for the National Science Foundation. And let's see here. Oh, this popped up. The funds for the National Science Foundation.
But no, I understand that. But wouldn't you want, if they, let's say they're supposed to go out in June, wouldn't you want to see what's going out in June before June, so that we can maybe put some congressional legislation in and say, never mind, we're not doing that because we don't want to fund something so ridiculous?
Well, I mean, sure, but whose job is to do that?
Well, it's Doge's now.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Us aware, and then the president gets to decide.
It's not though. But that's
push should be, and then hopefully Congress takes it up.
But no, it's not. That's the thing, though. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's Congress. It's literally Congress' job to do that. It's not Doge.
But I just said that Doge is trying to make us aware of it. With the president's direction, he will either say, like, yeah, I agree, and then he has hopefully the influence to make Congress aware, where they make it and they put it on the table. And also, I don't know if you're aware, but Doge actually is not a new agency. It actually exists.
I mean, it was an actual agency that was conceived under the Obama administration, and then it was actually morphed into a couple of different things. So yeah, I mean, I get that.
Right. So,
but the point that I'm trying to make is the allocations of funds. The allocations of funds are actually dictated by Congress, right? And they agreed to send these funds to these different entities. And Doge coming in and saying, you can't send these funds to the actual entities that were created is a problem.
But I don't agree with your stance that Doge is saying that they can't be. It's not them. They're exposing it, yes, but it's not like Elon Musk is saying, calling them up, the people who are supposed, or agencies or organizations or countries that were supposed to be getting this money, and saying, guess what, we're not sending it. That's not what is happening at all.
So what's happening when Elon Musk is tweeting out? Elon Musk is tweeting out, U.S. aid is dead.
Well, it's not true necessarily. He might be foreshadowing and hoping that it isn't. I mean, yes, Trump did fire, I think, most of them, and then they repurposed the most important aspects of USAID into the Department of State. But it's not like Elon Musk dissolved USAID. That did not happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that Elon Musk actually dissolved it, but what I'm saying is Elon Musk has used his influence that he has to specifically target these agencies and to actually leverage the executive branch, the executive orders of Donald Trump to stop fundings that have already been appropriated. That's the problem.
But you're acting like Elon Musk like Trump was elected and Elon Musk gained access without authority or without being invited.
He absolutely did.
Him as
Elon,
a
no,
government employee.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not. Elon Musk doesn't have security clearance in order to be able to do the things that Elon Musk and his team access the United States Treasury Department. The United States Treasury Department, a place where most government officials don't even know where the headquarters is located. That's top secret information. Elon Musk and his team, without being vetted and cleared, actually gained access to that, went into the United States Treasury, backdoored into the system to pull information and data which should not have been pulled, information that they should not have had access to, and the courts had to step in and say, hey, you can't do that. You're not supposed to have this information. You must destroy all the information that you've collected.
But they don't have access to like making changes, is what I'm saying. And he does hold the top secret security clearance, which
he has certain. No, he doesn't hold the top secret security clearance. He has security clearances because of his actual contracts that he has in place, but he doesn't have the security clearance in order to be able to go into the inner workings of our top secret type of system. Like, he doesn't have security clearance to be able to see the payment systems of the United States Treasury. He doesn't have that.
Well, I mean, that's up to interpretation. I mean,
no, it's not up to interpretation. It's a fact. It's an absolute fact. Guys, W's in the chat for Tip. Tip's in a $10 donation said, would it be okay if Kamala was in office and she gave George Soros, or she had George Soros doing the things that Elon Musk was doing? Tip, you know they would lose their mind if those two names, instead of being Donald Trump and Elon, if it was Kamala and George Soros, they would absolutely lose their minds. You know that, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Oh, thank you so much. W's in the chat for Tip for that $10 donation. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. We are not talking to any friendlies. So if you are friendly, do all the other wonderful things, right? Tap the screen, share the live. Also, we do have our daily gift goal of the Let 'em Cooks. If we can knock that out, that would be super, super helpful. Also, guys, subs are back. Subs are back. We were almost at like 500 subscribers, and we lost our subscribers because of TikTok. So if you used to be a subscriber and you want to resubscribe, please consider resubscribing. You get access to an amazing Discord that has a ton of resources and a bunch of community. You also get access to a bunch of really cool emotes. Subscribers, if you could drop some of the emotes in the chat for me, please. And then also you get a fast pass for late nights with Santana. If you want to actually join the conversation, you get the ability to get up on the panel. And guys, I have some massive news that's coming really soon. And I'm going to put that news in the Discord first. So if you want to actually get the inside scoop as far as what's happening, get information about late nights with Santana, if you want to get access to that type of information, you have to be in the Discord. And the way that you actually get into the Discord is by actually joining as a subscriber. So please consider subscribing, not only on TikTok, but also on Twitch. Lady, thank you so much for subscribing. Tony, thank you for subscribing. You're amazing. Rob, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I was actually just trying to start typing and I must have accidentally pressed it.
Oh, no worries. No worries. So did someone send out, who sent out the subscriptions? Holy smoke. There's a lot of subscriptions going out.
I have a question. So I think a few minutes ago you were upset that like Trump, like because Congress controls the pocketbook, he's not allowed to, control the monies that are flowing out without their approval.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know why we had never really just hooked up?
Albert, are you a Trump supporter? Albert, are you a Trump supporter? Okay, I'm gonna drop you down. Mods, can we see who sent out? Someone sent out a bunch of subscriptions. Mod, can we see who sent out those subscriptions? Because whoever did, I owe you a massive thank you, because there are a lot of subscriptions going out. This is freaking awesome. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your point.
A few minutes ago, I think we were talking about, how you were saying Trump can't dictate how money is moved around the government or used. But my question is, if that's true, then how did he create Doge and is funding it?
He created an outside entity.
Well, is it a
Like
government?
Doge hasn't been Doge isn't a actual government agency, right? It's a has it set up as like a consultant. Like I guess that's the easiest way to explain it. It's not a department that was established to be within the United States government. It's not an actual entity that was established by Congress and their appropriated funds to actually hire people and all of this other stuff. This is something that Donald Trump and Elon Musk set up outside of the United States government.
Okay, so then how would would you agree USAID is a government agency or was?
Yes.
Okay, well, since USAID was created by an executive order as well, how did that get funding? Because it started right in November when the executive order was laid down for its creation. And
there's a lot of actual government agencies that are started by executive order. I'm not saying that's not a thing, but what I am saying is that even with said orders, they end up rolling into and becoming official parts of the government, where there's a process where funds are allocated and people are vetted. So,
right. but so USAID was created by executive order, and it immediately was created and ran with a money that was not run through Congress. And when it was decided to be a permanent agency, it did go through Congress, which, gave the mandate and the means to carry out, the mission that they had and provide the budget and funding for the future. Now, Doge was created, or not even created. It was a reallocation of the USDS, which is the United States Digital Service that Obama created, so it already has funding. So he didn't even create the agency, first of all. Second of all, this agency is scheduled to end on a certain date, I think in 2026 or so. So it's not like, I just don't understand where you're saying he can't control the money, but he can here. Because it's about reallocation. So he does have the power of reallocation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't see, I'm not upset with it. I don't think there's some constitutional crisis or anything, because there's different funding mechanisms that the government has in place that are under the executive branch.
Right. And so I guess, so to make sure that I'm clear and you understand what I'm saying, the issue isn't, for me, the issue isn't that it's in place or what it's doing or anything along those lines. Right. Hold on one second here. I'm sorry. I got to read this off. Candy and Not Really Here. Candy and Not Really Here. Those two people, you guys sent out a total of 17 subscriptions. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. You guys are absolutely insane. Thank you, Candy and Not Really Here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for sending out those subscriptions. Thank you. Also, thank you to Felicia, who sent a $2 donation to say, let us read only his bank account. Yeah. I mean, let's exactly see where Elon's money is going. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that $2 donation, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, best way to support the live. Yeah. So the problem that I have is not that there's oversight, right? Because I definitely agree that there should be oversight, right? And I've said this a million times. I don't have a problem with the concept of Doge, right? I have a problem with the execution of Doge in the sense that you have someone who has vested interest in what he's trying to root out. Meaning, Elon Musk has benefited from government contracts, from quote unquote wasteful spending, and he's made billions of dollars off of it. But now he's being put in charge of actually finding out where all this other money is being spent, while not necessarily targeting And which, to be fair, he could possibly move on to the Department of Defense, which, I mean, he's quote unquote said that, but like the biggest budget that we have is the Department of Defense. And that's where Elon Musk has gotten so many of his government contracts, and yet that has not been looked at all. But then letting Elon Musk and his team, who directly benefit from government contracts, review and make determination on other government contracts is a conflict of interest. If this was a bipartisan
and make determination for other government contracts.
Say it again?
You said and make determinations for future government contracts. So how is Elon Musk making future determinations of government
by saying that these actual entities shouldn't be funded?
Well, he can have an opinion, but he's not the one doing that, though. Like, I can expose something and be like, "This is ridiculous. Can you believe we're doing this? It should be dissolved. It should be abolished."
Yeah, but there's a difference. Like that's disingenuous, friend, because there's a difference between you actually saying that and even someone else who doesn't have any type of real power saying that versus someone who literally stood in the White House over the president of the United States and took questions in the Oval Office and spoke more than the president. Someone who spent $290 million to get Donald Trump elected and has a bunch of influence and power. There's a huge difference between you saying that or other people saying that, or someone who directly influence. Some people can call it control, but at the very least, he has direct influence on Donald Trump.
He definitely influenced him winning because he brought exposure, but and helped.
He influenced him winning by the amount of money that he spent in Pennsylvania, and also through misinformation, disinformation, and bribing people. That's how he influenced it.
Misinformation on both sides, but at the end of the day, we knew going into this that Elon Musk was a part of the movement. We wanted him to be in the quote unquote cabinet. So the Trump supporters don't see an issue with him being present in the Oval Office because we, in a sense, voted for his presence.
But
we wanted it.
You don't see a problem with someone wielding more power in the White House than the president.
That's objectively false that he has more power. That's your opinion because you think he's a billionaire.
Cool. Can you name one other time? Can you name one other time that anyone stood in the Oval Office and took questions and answered more questions than the president of the United States? Anytime.
You're talking about a day.
No. Anytime.
It didn't happen. So
exactly. And it happened. I'm saying it happened with Elon Musk.
No, it didn't, because you want to know, Trump was in the Oval Office and other rooms of the White House that day that you're referring to, because I watched it all day. He was on television for like 7 hours answering questions all day long. So maybe in that moment, Elon Musk was granted, because guess what? The entire media is freaking out in DC because they're losing their positions left and right. So of course he had to answer a lot of questions because of the freakouts. But
I mean, it's not freakouts when you decide that you don't want to give access to a nonpartisan news source just because they won't call something the Gulf of America, which is the Gulf of Mexico. Like that's the part. But no, the problem.
You might be upset
Donald Trump. Donald Trump and Elon Musk both stood in the Oval Office. Donald Trump and Elon Musk were both in the Oval Office. Donald Trump said 2,000 some odd words. Elon Musk said 3,000 some odd words and actually drove the conversation. Not only that, but Elon Musk pulled what some people like to call the billionaire, right? Where everyone else, the White House has a dress code. Everyone else in the White House had on suits. Everyone else had on a suit. Donald Trump, all of his workers, everyone else had on a suit. Elon Musk had on jeans, a t-shirt, and a jacket with a MAGA hat.
Okay, and
Elon Musk
wears a hoodie and basketball shorts to Congress.
Okay, what does that have to do with someone standing in the Oval Office where there is a dress code that's set by the president, but this one person decided he wasn't going to follow that dress code.
Well, if Trump were upset with it, then he would have said something.
It's
You just said it
insane.
yourself,
It's
that the
insane
president
how
said
much
so.
you guys are willing to bend
want me
over backwards to
upset about what
justify
someone's
this.
wearing
I'm
because
not
he's wearing
upset
jeans?
with what he's wearing. The point that I'm trying to get across to you is that there are multiple things that Elon Musk did that shows that he's breaking the power structure that is in place, whether it's him taking questions from the Oval Office and over speaking the president of the United States to his dress code, to him bringing his child into the Oval Office and allowing his child to run all over the place, to pick his nose and wipe his boogers on the Resolute desk. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not something that should happen. You think that's okay?
Well, the press conference was supposed to be about it. So, of course, you want the person in charge of the agency speaking to it. Just like
I'm
when
not
there's
saying
a news
I have a
conference
problem with that.
on the EPA in the Oval Office, Lee Zeldin would be speaking for the majority of it.
Okay,
You know, I
cool.
just don't
Can
understand what
you
the
name
issue is.
and not even outside? Can you name one other time that anyone else in the Trump administration, any other part of the Trump administration where an official has been in the White House with Donald Trump and actually took questions and spoke more than Donald Trump? Any other time?
I mean, you want me to have like a word count? I mean, I just don't understand
My point is
they're being transparent.
I don't like Donald Trump. Let's be very clear. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't respect Donald Trump as a person at all. Not one single bit. But what I do respect is the office of the presidency, the mantle of being the president of the United States of America, the reverence and authority that you earn by being the president of the United States of America. And there is no way, shape, or form. I don't care if this is Donald Trump. I don't care if it's Joe Biden. I don't care if it's Barack Obama. I don't care if it's George Bush. I don't care if it's Bill Clinton. I don't care if it's Ronald Reagan. There is no way, shape, or form that should ever happen.
All right, well,
ever.
It's an issue for you, and you know it means a lot to you, and you are under the impression that it's never happened before. I did go to the Liberty and look it up for you, and it has happened.
When?
Henry Kissinger under Nixon and Ford, Colin Powell under
Okay,
Bush.
tell me about it. Hold on one second. Slow down. Let's take one. So you said Kissinger. When? Tell me about that.
It says under, let's see, he was Secretary of State under Nixon. During briefings, speaking at length about U.S. foreign policy negotiations and internal relations, his prominence in these settings often overtook the president and was due to his significant role in shaping U.S. foreign policy. So it's just like,
hold on. Okay, one second. Give me the specific time, because my question was, again, it's not someone taking more questions than the president. It's not someone speaking more than the president.
That's what was happening. He was taking questions.
It's understanding the power dynamic that happens. I'm specifically talking. You can go back to Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu both stood up and took questions from the media together, and Bibi Netanyahu spoke more than Donald Trump in that time. He spoke more, and you can even say he overtook. I get that. There are times and situations where that would happen, but there should never be a time and situation when that happens inside of the White House, inside of the Oval Office, because of what the.
I get that it means a lot to you that should not happen. I don't think that's a big deal, and that's my
That
opinion.
you don't think it's a big deal, but also you don't think that it's a big deal that this billionaire is rummaging through the actual. You don't think it's a issue this billionaire is rummaging through the actual infrastructure of the federal government. You don't think it's a big deal that this billionaire completely influenced the actual the election through multiple misinformation, disinformation, and through bribes. You don't think it's a big deal that this billionaire specifically bought one of the largest media sources, Twitter, and then and propped himself up by making sure that his actual tweets get millions of views based off the algorithm, while also suppressing information and allowing far right disinformation. You don't see a problem with any of this. And what I'm trying to tell you is it's all connected and it's all a part of the bigger problem.
But they're being so transparent, and I want to
How?
that.
How are they being transparent?
Because they're answering questions at length. You even said that he spoke
Answering
more.
questions doesn't mean that you're being transparent.
Well, if something happens, then it'll go through the court. But I do want to say that, there are bad actors across the globe that infiltrate us behind the scenes. And if you want to think of an example, we could talk about George Soros, who funds the campaign.
You don't get to talk about George Soros and then in the same breath you're okay with Elon Musk. No.
Well, it is important because
you don't get to talk about George Soros when you're okay with Elon Musk. That, like, I'm sorry, I cannot let you live in that double standard. Pick someone else. Pick someone else that's not a billionaire that you feel like is influencing. You can't.
But I'm fine with Musk, even though he's a billionaire, like helping contribute and fund initiatives across the country when they stand up for American values like free speech.
Okay,
right?
I hear you, but you cannot say that you're okay with this one billionaire influencing any facets of the United States government, but you're not okay with this billionaire influencing this facets of the United States government just because one stands behind an R and one stands behind a D. Like, you can't do that. I'm not good with either one of them.
I'll talk about other R's that should never be, or I would not want to at least be contributing to quote unquote Republican causes, like Karl Rove. Like, you act like people want this. This is okay with us because
no, it's okay with you because you're in a cult. It's okay with you because
when I'm citing things that happen around me that I don't like.
Tell me something that has happened within the Trump administration that was shepherded by Donald Trump that you don't like.
The Palestine.
What about it?
I just don't think it's our, I don't think, it's our problem to create real estate there.
You don't think it's our problem to create real estate there? That's a weird and vague statement.
Well, Trump wants to go to Gaza and clear out all the rubble and build it up, a new infrastructure, so that after the people are moved out, people can move back in. And then he essentially said that then he'll have Israel kind of control it without using our military.
So your problem is you don't think the United States should actually build Gaza. Am I accurate?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So your problem isn't the G-side or the ethnic cleansing, but your problem is Donald Trump wanting to build in Gaza.
Well, I don't consider it ethnic cleansing because
what is ethnic cleansing?
There's nothing there.
People, Palestinians are there.
Right, and they're going to be welcomed back.
No, they're not. He's already said that. He's already said they don't have right to that land. He wants them moved out, and then once they're actually moved out, they don't get to come back.
Well, you're talking about if it's under their control or not whether or not they can live there.
He doesn't want them to come back. He said that.
Okay, well, I'm against it, sure, if that's true. So there you go. I'm not in a cult.
You're in a fucking cult because
I just told you I'm against it if that's true. So
This is stupid. This is stupid. AG, are you a Trump supporter?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. I didn't
Not
think you
whatsoever.
were. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Guys, I am way over. I'm actually 13 minutes over. I was supposed to be only doing this for 2 hours because I actually have some additional obligations, some things that I have to do. So I have to run. I'm sorry, guys. I have to run. I have to get out of here. I know there's a bunch of people in the box. I would love to actually, love to actually, get to you, but I can't. I gotta go. I absolutely gotta go. With that being said, guys, I don't know. Maybe there's a possibility I might get back on a little bit later. I'm not exactly sure. I will let you guys know if I do, but I have to get out of here. Guys, make sure you're following me on all the social medias, right? Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. If you're not following me on all the social medias, make sure that you are doing so. Also, if you are a subscriber, get into the Discord. Subscriptions are back. Make sure all you got to do is click the benefits in the benefit link, and it will allow you to get back into the Discord. If you used to be a subscriber and you're no longer a subscriber, please consider resubscribing. You get access to the Discord, Fast to the Panel with Late Nights with Santana, and you also get access to a bunch of really cool emotes. So if you're not a subscriber, please consider resubscribing, not only on TikTok, but on Twitch as well. So yeah, guys, listen, I love you so much. I love you all. Let's hit this outro. Emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. W's in the chat for Dog Lover, who sent another 100 bits over on Twitch and said, how is it free speech by excluding trans people from the military? How is it free speech by wanting to deport people that are here in college peacefully protesting the G-side happening? W's in the chat for Dog Lover, who actually said that, and not only that, but donated the bits on Twitch. You're awesome. Thank you, guys. I love you all. Thank you all for being here. I love you